and I hope you can all hear me. It is great to be with you this beautiful, holy Saturday, and I hope you are getting ready for a really lovely and beautiful Easter. Hey, we've got a lot to talk about. We've got some bluefin tuna news. In fact, I just talked to the Pacific Voyager a second ago. We'll get you caught up on exactly what Max is up to. We're going to go back and talk about other boats that got bit last night on the bluefin tuna. This is the best bite of bluefin we have seen so far this year. As I get over to my comment sections, and my buddy Tommy Tar is laughing about the name of my new channel. I'm debuting now a Spanish language channel called Aventuras del Gringo Adventures. That's going to focus a lot on life here in the United States and Mexico, and that's all going to be in Spanish. If you happen to speak Spanish, you'll find that pretty darn interesting. Hit that like button, share these videos everywhere. Make sure you subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and the Aventuras Del Gringo channel if you want, and make sure you tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. And boy, I'll tell you, we are just starting to see all kinds of reasons why we believe this is going to be one incredible season. Things are really starting to come together in a big, big way. Mad Dog is with us. That is Anthony. He says it's going to be epic, no question about that. I don't know if he's talking about the fishing or the new Spanish language channel. I am definitely looking forward to doing that. And some of the people you know in this game, like Diego Nunez, who's a deckhand over on the Royal Star, he's going to play a very pivotal and important role, as is Paulina. Couple more content or a couple more comments, and then I am happy to take all of your questions. Anything you want to ask tonight, my pleasure. Then I'll get into some breaking bluefin tuna news. I'll catch you up on what Daniel Hadaway's been doing today. I just talked to Max on the Pacific Voyager. We'll get you all of that and more. Hector 10 or X, thanks for keeping us informed. Phil, Hector, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for your great support. It means the world to me. And another great supporter is definitely Michael Burke. Michael, good afternoon to you. Happy Easter to each and every one of you. And you, Michael, I feel good, friend. Back to see you again. I am happy to see you. And Mad Dog Anthony says both are going to be epic. The season and the Spanish language channel. I couldn't agree more. All right, let's go over what went on last night. We had that news from the Polaris Supreme. They were on that mostly 40-pound fish. I saw some 25-pound stuff on the deck as they kind of scanned over the deck. The bluefin bite last night was the best it has been in the 2025 season. Right here, right now, right in time for our 5-day trip on board the Independence as we are leaving on Monday. And I'll remind you all that while I can't upload huge files from the Independence, I can certainly get you 2, 3, 5, 10-minute updates on a regular basis, and I will be doing that. And we'll focus in on what tackle's working and what you need to be successful. If you're going on a trip in the next month or so, you're going to want to be tuned in, not only for the fun and action, but also for the utilitarian value it has to you. You'll be able to use this information to catch more fish, no doubt about it. So out there on the Polaris Supreme, they had a really good whack. Same thing on the American Angler. However, the Angler had a few fish that were way big fish, pushing 190 pounds, pushing 200 pounds essentially. So there is some of that big fish mixed up with this, and that is great news. On the Pacific Queen last night, wide open fishing on mostly that 25 to 40, 50-pound grade bluefin tuna, but they were hammering the fish with a huge night. And I'm thinking we could be looking down the barrel of a similar kind of night tonight, and I will be watching that for you very, very closely. And if anything happens tonight, I'll be updating you, whether it's midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. The boys know to wake me up when they're biting, and hopefully that is exactly what's going to happen, because that's a good wake-up call as far as I'm concerned. The Pacific Voyager is on a day-and-a-half trip with our dear friend Max Nui. I just talked to Max a little while ago. He left last night, got out to the nighttime bite a little bit too late, so he missed that bite. In the daytime today, he's been looking at 20 to 40 pound bluefin tuna. They're not biting all that well. In fact, he had a couple of hits on them early in the morning. I think he's got 6 bluefin, if I remember. Something like that. It's under 10, under double digits for sure, and 1 kelp patty yellowtail. But he says he is metering a lot of 100-pound fish, a lot of 100-pound bluefin tuna right now as we speak. He's kind of off them. I should say he was metering that a little bit earlier in the day. He's kind of off it right now and looking around trying to run it down. And there's a couple boats out there, so this will definitely help us a great deal as the boys are spreading around and starting to look for this fish. The better bite was last night. We continue to move away from the full moon, and that full moon phase has been evil to our bite. It just, the bluefin tuna that is, just has not wanted to cooperate last year during that full moon, and we're already seeing it again this year. But now that we're moving away from it, and we're going to continue till we get to a new moon here, I think on the 23rd or so, man, I'll tell you, I think this bite's going to continue to head in the right direction. And this is a scenario where you don't want to play around with light tackle. No way. 100-pound spectra, 80-pound might do you fine, but 200-pound leaders definitely want to fish that. Sounded like anywhere from 240 to 400 gram jigs were working really, really well last night. But I say you don't want to fish light. I mean, you look and you'll see like some boat with 25 to 40-pound fish, and, those are decent fish, nice fish, but, you can handle those. Not really a problem, especially those nighttime fish that seem to be a little lost or confused or lethargic. But I'm telling you, you got those 190-pounders mixed in there. You hook that on light line and you can kiss your you-know-what goodbye. So do the right thing and fish the heavy tackle. Nelson DG, Nelson Garcia. Hey, Nelson, he says he watches every single day. Nelson, happy Easter, my friend. Thank you for your great support. It means so much to all of us here at Friedman Adventures. And don't forget, our new channel, we don't have any content up there. We're going to start content on Monday. Aventuras del Gringo. Aventuras del Gringo. That will be Spanish language in case you happen to speak Espanol. So a lot of good signal. The daytime bite today has not been all that great, but they're seeing it. It's around. They're getting a little bit of a hit on it from time to time, and that is all good news if you ask me. All right, I know a lot of you're going to get an email here shortly from Paulina, the other Paulina, the one from Independent Sport Fishing. You're going to get an email from her telling you that we want to check you in Monday morning at 5 a.m. because I just talked to Captain Brian Pfeiffer a moment ago, and he said, Phil, what do you think we get out of there at 7 a.m.? We're out of there. We're going to the bait receiver at 7 a.m. And I said, Brian, that's just one of the reasons why I love you so much. I mean, these guys are on the boat 24/7. And what's he thinking about day after Easter? He's thinking about giving all of the anglers on this Friedman Adventures 5-day trip the best chance they could have by getting out of there early. So everybody out there, if you haven't received the email, you will be getting it. I'm just telling you right now, if you're on our 5-day trip, departing Monday morning, be ready. Be at the landing no later than 5 a.m. We want to get everybody down there at 5 a.m. and we can get the heck out of there early and make this thing happen. That should be great. Jack Sepulveda in the house. Jack, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. Awesome. Once again, to always see you. We're driving by Surfside the other day and sent me a message, and I really appreciate that. All right, so that's our bluefin tuna right now. Better nighttime bite. We'll see if we can duplicate it tonight, so stay tuned for more updates. Later tonight, we'll be watching it very, very closely and then picking at it and seeing it here in the daytime. All right, Mad Dog says you need to put a link up in your bio of the Friedman Adventures so we can follow that channel because it's hard to find. I'll try to do that, but I got my hands full with a camera in one hand and looking at a computer in the other. I will tell you that you can go to Friedman Adventures on Facebook, and I'll put a link up there as soon as this show is over. Emmanuel Navedo from Florida saying hello. Hope you guys have a great trip. Emmanuel, I hope you're doing well in Florida. happy Easter, my friend, to not only you, but all of your loved ones. I hope you have a blessed Easter, and I can't thank you enough. My son, Patrick, is fishing the Keys today. I only got one message from him early in the day, and he said they just caught a small barracuda, Emmanuel. So they had that, and I'm hoping Patrick catches more. And Patrick is supposedly, we'll see, shooting a video. I want him to kind of get the Florida content going here for Friedman Adventures. And of course, he's got his own YouTube channel called Bass Bros. I'm good with that also. So, Emmanuel, thank you so much for joining us. All right, a few other pieces of information I want to get to you. If you have any questions, make sure you get them in before I say bye-bye to you, because I'll hang in here and spend as much time as you like. By the way, you know, all of these shows that we do kind of evolve as they go along. I was doing the evening briefing by walking the beach, and I really like the chance to talk to you all, to spend some time with you all. So I think the evening briefing is going to be more of a live show from now on, where we get to chat, and you can tell me, you know, if somebody out there has made a great catch today, you can share it with everybody here right now. I like the ability to be able to chat with you guys and share breaking news. And the thing with the live shows is this might not be the last one today. I might be coming at you in another half hour or another hour. We'll just see how this all evolves. So I'm liking the way that is all going on. All right. I talked to Daniel out there on board the Island Spirit, Ventura Sportfishing. He's picking away at the rockfish today. He never responded to me about halibut. Yesterday, I had 5 nice halibut, including a 31-pounder on the Island Spirit. By the way, also on Facebook right now, you can find our May 31st trip on board the Island Spirit. It's really a full-day trip. We're going to leave at 5:30 in the morning and fish till at least 5 in the evening, or that's when we return to the docks. And there's a few spots. I think there's 6 spots left on that. It's $150. You need to text me ASAP. You don't make a reservation with the landing. You do it with me, yours truly, and just text me, and then we'll firm up your reservation and get you on that trip. Our last trip was great. We had so much fun, and this trip filled up almost immediately. I saved like 6 spots, something like that. 657-227-6459. Send me a text, and I'll get you on that trip, get you all set up. By the way, Native Sun on their twilight trip last night out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. 12 guys, limits on the sand bass. Beautiful hit on the sand bass. Remember, the sand bass limit is 4, and those fish have to be 14 inches long. Good news the other day, as we were approved for 3 more years of that limit. 4 fish per angler. Fish have to be 14 inches long. So that is all great news. And yeah, a lot of people out there did a lot of hard work to make that a reality. Our hats are off to them. The El Patron, perhaps you saw in the morning briefing today, got their new engines in. They're all ready to rock and roll. So they are getting ready to go through their sea trials, I believe, on the 24th. And if they pass their sea trials and they're good with the Coast Guard, they'll be running shortly. Sounds to me like it's going to be around May-ish, May 1st probably. Might be earlier than that. It could be a little later. We'll keep you apprised with the El Patron. Brand new engines, 800 pounds lighter now. She's going to glide to Catalina Island. www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Make sure you check them out. They are great. And also, Tuna Riot Poppers. Man, I love Tom, and he's going to drop off a bunch of Tuna Riot Poppers for our 5-day trip. Hopefully we'll get a chance to use those things. I know we're going to use them in a lot of other situations, fishing adventures that we're going to be on, but we are so happy to have those beautiful Tuna Riot Poppers for each and every one of you. Manila Ice Cream, a huge Friedman Adventures family member. He picked up his raffle rod blank today from Sam. He was one of the big winners in the Friedman Adventures raffle. Our next raffle is going to be a huge one. I'm working with Chuck Zimmer over there at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club, and it's going to be a big one. It will be the Monday after I get in from my trip. I get in on the 26th, which is Saturday, 27th, 28th. April 28th. Write that one down. That is going to be a good one. Better get that blank to Z Custom Rods for the best rod wrapping done, says Anthony, to Manila Ice Cream, making reference to Chuck Zimmer. Don't forget also, there is the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club Surf Fishing Tournament coming up next month, I believe it is. And that's going to be an absolutely fabulous event. Really, really great stuff with Chuck. He does a great job over there at the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club. Anthony fished the beach today. Caught a couple of the smaller perch. I think he was catching, maybe he was barred perch. I thought it may have been walleye perch. There's been a little bit of halibut around also, so that's good. Hey, Andrew Deal coming to us live from Loreto, where his kids, Dennis and Isabel, had cabrilla and yellowtail. They've been doing really great down there in Laredo. And Andrew is saying, Phil, I hope you have a great trip on the Independence. Andrew, I hope we do too. And I'm so happy to see you down there in Laredo, one of my favorite Baja venues. I absolutely love it. Dennis, Isabel, way to go on the fishing. I saw those big yellows, that nice cabrilla today. That is really good stuff. And I'm super jealous that you're going to church in Nuestra Senora de Loreto, that beautiful old church. Man, that is such a gorgeous church. Founded by the Jesuits, I think. Andrew might correct me, in the 1700s. Beautiful stuff. Tommy Tar, what's the live bait on the San Diego boats? That's a good question. I know, of course, we're going to have sardine on the Independence. Those guys have that. I think it's a mix of Dean and Chovy, but Tommy, I'm woefully ignorant on that because that changes on a regular basis. It changes from day to day sometimes, so I did not check on it this morning. And Senor Deal says, I was right. My Mexican history is still holding up about the Baja Peninsula. Fascinating stuff, the way the Jesuits moved up that peninsula, establishing missions. It's really, really good stuff. All right, folks, we've got the Bluefin bite. Of course, we've got Easter tomorrow. And this is such a great time for me to send you all my love and blessings for a wonderful Easter with not only your family, but all your loved ones and yourself. You truly deserve to have a great day. Dave Clark fished to San Diego on Monday and plenty of sardines. That's why I like this live show. Dave Clark, you are the man, coming through when we needed you. There you go, Tommy. Dave's the man. I love it. This live show is going to evolve into all of us, the Friedman Adventures family, getting one another up to date instead of just relying on me. That's a mistake, let me tell you. It's really good. And Dave, I'm guessing you had some of those big bonito. Those big bonito have been biting for the San Diego. That's fun stuff. Bonito are really good eating fish. That's been well known to guys who work in the industry for many, many years. It's just that they were not taken care of in the past. Left in a gunny sack, they got really soggy. They weren't bled. They had no concept of refrigerated seawater back in the day when I was a deckhand on half-day boats. And it just really resulted in a poor product. But with all of the stuff that they do now to keep that catch so beautiful, man, that is good stuff. And Dave Clark said, and you know, Dave, before you said it, I was just thinking to myself, man, that's got to be a ball to toss an iron in the middle of a foamer, a big bonito, take a couple of wines, and then, man, you know, when they slam into it, yellowtail, bass, barracuda, yellowfin tuna, bluefin tuna. When you get bit on the iron, there is that primal feeling. It is so cool. Way to go, Dave. I'm so happy you were able to do so well. And once again, let me give my Spanish language new YouTube channel a plug. It's called Aventuras, Aventuras, Del, Del, Gringo, Gringo. And if you haven't guessed already, I am the Gringo. Also, we are watching the surf fishing situation because I believe our next grunion run is the 23rd, so that's getting things more active. In fact, Anthony was pointing out to me that those white termbirds were making an awful racket this afternoon. It's just that it was a big ocean, high seas, and a lot of wind, at least in Surfside this afternoon, made it very difficult to fish. But there's some evidence of bait being around. It's probably that grunion already starting to stage up, and that's always a really good thing. All right, really good stuff going on. Haven't heard anything on the sea bass front here today. The Ghost, I heard from him. He had one halibut today, six-pack yacht out of 22nd Street Landing, but no white sea bass. He's still fishing late, though. He's hoping for a hit on the sea bass, so we'll watch that. Anybody's heard anything, you can chime in right now. But by the time I went on air here live, I hadn't seen anything on the white sea bass. Isaac Parcells, great father, great husband, great friend, joining us right now. Isaac, good afternoon, my friend. It's good to see you here. And he also helps me so much, man. If a fish farts, I get a text from him about it. And man, I super appreciate it. I try to stay in touch and up with everything, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Live free, die free. Afternoon, Phil, and all the Friedman Adventures family. Thank you so much. Live free, die free. Another guy who is always here with us 24 hours a day. Happy Easter, my friend. I hope you have a blessed, wonderful Easter. All right, is that it? I think I'm gone. It's been lovely spending time with you here on this holy Saturday afternoon. Anything else happens, I'll be back. Who knows? There might be another live update that we have to bring you, and I'll be happy to do that if anything pops up. We'll watch it closely. We'll keep our eyes on everything for you. Once again, if you could hit that like button, that means the world to us. And leaving a comment and sharing these videos, it really helps us to grow. And Aventuras del Gringo will be starting on Monday. We'll be down in Point Loma Sportfishing, at Point Loma Sportfishing. Once again, if you're on the Independence trip with Friedman Adventures, we are trying to get out extra early. Check in at 5 a.m. Paulina will be there at 5 a.m. We get everybody on board 6:30 and get out of there at 7 and start making tracks for the Bluefin Tuna zone. That will be fantastic. And man, does it look great right now. All right, live free, die free. Wants to know where the albacore are? That's a very good question. In a normal albacore year, live free, die free, this is still really, really early. Not that we have never seen them in April. We've seen them in May. We've seen them certainly in June. But July was the month that we always pointed toward for albacore. So it's still early. If we're going to get an albacore run, my guess it would be in another month or so. And we'll do our albacore forecast from the Independence. Now, I probably won't be able to play that for you until I get back, but I want to bring my friend Captain Brian Pfeiffer into the conversation and see what he thinks, how crazy he thinks I am. Once again, hopefully we'll see some of those long fins with all this anchovy around and the cooler water. Oh, I'll tell you something here in a minute. With all that, though, the cooler water and the anchovy, things are looking good. But I have a guy who combs through all the data and all of the information, and then he provides me with a roadmap about whether or not he thinks there's going to be albacore. And for the past, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it's been, where I've had that streak of blowing it every single year, I've missed. I've said, yes, albacore, yes, albacore. And when I said that, I prefaced it by saying quite a bit of albacore. So we had fish last year, but that really didn't get up to the level of what we were hoping would happen. So this year, just recently, he told me, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm very negative on albacore for this year. Just don't think it's going to happen. If that is not a sure sign that we're going to be bit wide open this year on albacore. I mean, the guy's been telling me for 3 years it's going to be fantastic albacore fishing, and we've had zilch. Now he tells me there's not going to be any albacore. Man, that's it. We're going to be swimming in albacore. Live free, die free, 350 miles. Wishbone Bank. He's saying that's where the albacore are. Okay. I didn't even, I don't believe I've ever heard of the Wishbone Bank, unless you're being cute with the Wishbone Bank, to which I chuckle right now. Nelson DG. Phil, how about doing a charter at Marina Del Rey? Yeah, I should do that, Nelson. I'll have to talk to one of the boys over there. Maybe we could do it. My charter schedule's kind of set for this year, but we can always squeeze something in the fall or something like that. Yeah, stay on me about that, please. We'll see if we can't set something up. And Live Free, Die Free says on the butterfly bank on the 10th, spotted. I think spotted albacore on the butterfly bank, which is only like 70 miles from Point Loma, I think. Something like that, maybe the high 60s, something like that. Live free, die free, 350 miles west of Ensenada. They're getting albacore. So that's good news, man. That's not that far. Those things just have to move a little bit further. Thank you, Live Free, Die Free, for that long fin information. Really, really appreciate it. All right, my friends. Anything else? Happy Easter. Wishing you a wonderful day tomorrow and, of course, a great evening tonight. Hopefully the boys will be able to get on some bluefin tonight. Max is going to be fishing hard on the Voyager. Several other boats are on it. And then you'll be getting updates from yours truly Monday because we're leaving super early on the Independence. We should be in the zone in the afternoon, see if we can get any daytime fish, and then have plenty of time to set up for some good nighttime fishing. Sounds like the bite is surging on and looking really, really good. I am loving it. Nelson DG says, Happy Easter to you. God bless you. Same to you. God bless all of you. Happy Easter. And if I don't come back with another special update, kind of evening briefing later tonight, I hope to see you somewhere else really, really soon. Happy Easter.